Check. Well, basketball fans, you're having the opportunity now to see the guy you've seen all over the news. You've heard stories about him, and now you're going to have the opportunity to see him play tonight. Luke Brown, you're a freshman. You broke the all-time Indiana scoring record, 48 points against Monroe Central. Talk about what it was like that moment to find out after the game, or I don't know, you might have known during the game that you broke that record.
Yeah, I didn't know I broke the record until a while after the game, because I had broke the school record and everyone was talking about that. So, you know, I'm just giving God the glory through everything that I do. So it's been a lot of fun.
Talk about what it's going to be like tonight. Obviously, you guys travel well. What's it going to be like tonight to play in this atmosphere?
It's going to be tough because we know Mississinewa is a really good team. They got some big guys that we might have some trouble with, but, you know, we're just going to see what happens, play hard. So,
talk about what it's been like. Obviously, you've moved to Blackford this year, and I know the previous seasons weren't too good for you and your Blackford basketball team. So talk about what it was like to be able to rebuild this program.
It's been a dream come true, to be honest. You know, my teammates are great. They all welcomed me into the school. They were all, you know, very, very supportive. So to see the community and the team and everyone just excited about basketball again, it's really special.
Talk about what it's like to play for Coach Hoover.
Oh, it's awesome. He's a great guy. He has so much knowledge of the game. So it's a lot of fun playing for him.
You guys are 9-3 tonight, coming into tonight. Talk about how big of a win would it be for you to be able to knock off Mississinewa here tonight?
It'd be a really big win because they're in the CIC, so it'd be another conference win, and also winning on the road is another big thing. So I think it would really help our confidence moving forward from here if we get this win tonight.
What is your goals personally and then as a team going forward the rest of the season?
Just winning. That's our biggest goal. Coach set out the goal from the beginning of the season to win 12 games, so we're trying to be one of the teams to win a sectional at Blackford or win a regional at Blackford. So we're just trying to win games.
Luke, thanks for your time. Good luck the rest of the season and good luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
Ryan, back to you.
Thank you, Dalton. And again, welcome to Mississinewa High School on the court of Friedenberg Court for tonight's beautiful contest against the visiting Blackford Bruins and the home team on the scoreboard, the Mississinewa Lady Indians. Again, welcome to Friedenberg Court for tonight's contest. I'm Ryan Scott. Alongside with me is Dalton Bishop, and we'll be back with more interviews. You're watching Mississinewa Indians basketball on the Tribe Sports Network.
Check, 1, 2. Well, good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to Gas City, Indiana, home of the Mississinewa Indians, and what is going to be an outstanding evening for both teams as their communities travel to Mississinewa High School tonight. It's going to be, again, an outstanding atmosphere for both teams to be able to play in tonight. On one side of the court, you have the 9-3 Blackford Bruins. What a wonderful story it is for them. They were 1-72 over the last 5 years. This season, it's a whole new chapter for the Bruins. Head coach Jerry Hoover is the new sheriff in town for the Blackford Bruins, along with Luke Brown, and we'll talk more about that coming up in our Varsity pregame show. But now it's time for the JV team and the C team to take action against the Bruins. Dalton Bishop alongside Ryan Scott. I'll be on the sidelines for most of the night, giving you updates and interviews throughout the evening. Ryan, talk about how awesome it is to see this Blackford Bruin team finally having success.
Yeah, like we've said all along and we talked about through this week, it's amazing to see Blackford working ahead and getting more wins. You know, they've been struggling in the past, well, I'd say a lot of years. And it's great to see Jerry Hoover out, still coaching and still having respect for the game.
Yeah, it's an awesome opportunity for this Blackford team to be able to come to Mississinewa and bring their fans with them, because over the past few years, you haven't been able to bring your fans with you, and it's no offense to Blackford, but you just wasn't very successful. So your fans don't want to come and watch you if you're just going to lose. But now it's a different story, and it's good news for Blackford. They're winning basketball games, and, you know, they're having a good time as players. The coaching staff's having a good time. It's an awesome story for the Blackford Bruins. And, you know, this team has definitely have potential, and they're going to have potential, and they're going to just keep getting better over the next few years, because Luke Brown's just a freshman.
Yeah, and Brown brings in so much energy, and, you know, he is a freshman, starting varsity just like Lane and Swander tonight. Them two going at it will be fun to watch.
Well, like I said, the JV teams will tip off here in the first game. The C team actually is over in the auxiliary gym, and we will have updates from that. I'll be down on the sideline going back and forth between the gyms to provide you updates of the C team game, along with the JV game here. I'll have some interviews at the JV halftime. We'll sit down and we'll talk to head coach Andrew Everts. We'll have Landon Swanner, Heisman Skeens, and Tabit Galt at the JV halftime, and we'll provide you updates throughout the evening. And we just want to thank all of you who support our program. It's been an outstanding year of basketball, and while we have a minute here in this JV pregame, I want to talk about the sectional draw that just happened this past Sunday. The Mississinewa Lady Indians were sitting together at one of their coaches' houses awaiting the sectional draw, and they find out that the team, and I don't think they necessarily were too excited to find out the team that they wanted to play, but the team they get to play is a team that sits 5 miles from their school, but the two teams have to go about an hour and 10 minutes away to play each other. You got the Marion Lady Giants taking on the Mississinewa Lady Indians next Wednesday, January 31st at 6 p.m. in the first game of the evening at Belmont High School. We will have that coverage for you right here on the Tribe Sports Network. So if you can't make it to Belmont next Wednesday night, come right here and we will show you that ball game on the Tribe Sports Network. Well, it's Blackford Mississinewa here tonight. The JV teams, the Mississinewa JV team is 12-2 on the season. They look to get to 13-2 here tonight. Looking at both of these teams, they are very good basketball teams. The Blackford Bruins, their JV coach is Grant Newland. I think Blackford has a whole new coaching staff. And the Indians JV coach, Connor Cunningham, who has been here for, I think this is his 3rd year as the JV coach. Really, both of these teams are outstanding, but Mississinewa, their JV team, a lot of these kids could be playing varsity if they would go to any other school in this county. They would be playing varsity at those schools, but that's just what happens. You know, you go to a school, and a lot of these guys are juniors, and they, like I said, they would be playing varsity if you went to Eastbrook, you went to Madison Grant, you went to Marion even, you would be playing varsity basketball. But that just goes to show you the type of program Coach Everts has built for his basketball program. Looking at the sizes of the two teams, the junior varsity teams, they're about equal. The biggest player on Blackford's junior varsity team is 6'2". They have 2 players that are 6'2". For Mississinewa, definitely with the height advantage, you have Tay McClung, who is 6'3", Jashawn McClung, 6'4", and Peyton Enzer, who stands at 6'5". So Mississinewa has definitely got some height advantage in the junior varsity contest. So we'll see how well Blackford can react to the size. But I think those of you who are watching at home, you're going to enjoy this one here tonight. And if you're watching at home and debating whether or not you should come out here, you need to get out here, because I'm telling you, there's still plenty of time, there's still plenty of seats. But rolling around about 6:30, 7 o'clock, you'll be lucky to be able to get into this place, because this game, it was going to be sold out between the Blackford Bruins and the Mississinewa Indians. We will take a 60-second timeout and come back and talk more about the Mississinewa Blackford matchup. This is Mississinewa Indians basketball on the Tribe Sports Network. Well, welcome back to Mississinewa High School as we continue with more of our junior varsity pregame show. You got the Blackford Bruins from Hartford City, Indiana, coming to Gas City to take on Andrew Everts and the Mississinewa Indians here tonight. Man, Ryan, I just can't tell you how excited I've been to be able to see this basketball game. This game was supposed to be played on a Saturday about 2 weeks ago, but due to some unfortunate winter weather, this game had to be postponed. Or wait, it was supposed to be played on a Friday 2 weeks ago. School was canceled due to some winter weather. Now we have to make it up on a Tuesday night, which is okay, but the thing about it is you've got the Mississinewa girls basketball team playing at Frankton tonight. Those girls were devastated all day long, just wanting to come and watch their team and their fellow classmates compete against a very good Blackford team. But the thing about it is that's part of basketball. You know, if you play girls basketball, then you got to go play your game. And that's what's happening here tonight. So the Mississinewa Lady Indians basketball team is at Frankton tonight and coming off of a devastating loss to Elwood, 47-45. The Lady Indians had a couple opportunities late in that game, just unfortunately could not get the job done. I actually had the opportunity to practice with them yesterday, and they're still upset about that game, and they're ready to go. They're going for blood now because they know that they can beat Frankton. It's possible. You have the opportunity to go out and beat a very good Frankton team, and now they want to go out and do that. Coach Tandy had the girls fired up and ready to go. yesterday afternoon, and I'm sure they're ready to go tonight. So good luck to Coach Tandy and Coach Friday and the whole JV and varsity Indian basketball teams as they compete against Frankton tonight on Frankton's senior night. So it'll be interesting to be able to get the scores throughout the night on that game. I will have some updates from the sidelines on that game tonight as well. So good luck to Coach Tandy and Coach Friday as their two teams compete against the two teams from Frankton. But again, the big story has been Luke Brown, the freshman standout from Blackford High School. Brown is a 5'11 freshman who comes in breaking the all-time scoring record by a freshman in the state of Indiana. Luke Brown scored 48 points against Monroe Central. Brown also averages 28.6 points per game. This kid is the real deal, but he's going up against a very good defensive team in the Mississinewa Indians. I look for Heisman Skeens to have that assignment here tonight to be able to contain Luke Brown. But the thing about it is, scorers are going to score. So if you give Brown 20 points, you know, he's going to get his 20 points. But if you give up, you know, 40 points to Luke Brown, then you got an issue. Your defense is just going to have to step up and get a little bit better. But, you know, I look forward to this game. I think this game is going to be a very good game. You're looking at two very good basketball teams, and I'm just repeating myself because there's nothing more to say other than sit back and enjoy the ride because these games are just going to be awesome. Like I said, I'm sorry, but I have to keep repeating myself because I don't really know what to say. You know, you've got two very good basketball teams, Luke Brown, Mississinewa. You know, the whole Blackford team, 1-72 over the last 5 years, and 9-3 this year. It's just all been fun, and it's going to be fun to watch and call the game here tonight, and we are looking forward to it. Well, we got about 6 minutes left until we get the JV and the C team games underway, and I'll be down on the sideline with updates. And for now, let's take it over, Ryan.
Alrighty, thank you, Dalton. 5 minutes left, about roughly 5 minutes left until we get this JV contest underway. We're going to take a 60-second timeout. This timeout is brought to you by Nicholson Realty, 121 North 3rd Street in Gas City. Well, welcome back, basketball fans, to Mississinewa High School for tonight's IHSAA basketball contest between the visiting Blackford Bruins and the home team on the scoreboard, the Mississinewa Indians. We're about 2 minutes and 20 seconds left until the JV tip is up with Blackford, Mississinewa in the C-team game in the auxiliary gym. Like you heard Dalton said, he will have updates on the C-team game, and he'll be down on the sidelines with multiple interviews and updates on these 3 games. Again, I'm Ryan Scott. Alongside with me is Dalton Bishop and Seth Kashanik. We'll have the game for you tonight. We'll be back in 1 minute. This commercial is brought to you by Ole Miss U Sports. Welcome back. 1 minute and 10 seconds left to play, and we're going to hear a quick commercial from Bowman's Toppers.
Hey, Peyton, do you know what Bowman's Construction is?
Yeah.
What do they do?
Well, they can help you with all of your general
Good evening, basketball fans. This is all Principal Steve Water, Assistant Principal Andy Resch, and Athletic Director James Young. I'd like to welcome you to Pregame Court at Mississinewa High School. Tonight's junior varsity contest between the visiting Blackford Bruins and your Mississinewa Indians. One of the top priority is CIC at Mississinewa High School. Your addition to this athletic event entitles you to enjoy exhibition skills developed by the student athletes. Please give these athletes your encouragement and support. Efforts to applaud the talents of all participants is greatly appreciated. Bullying, taunting, or intimidating officials, coaches, or athletes is unacceptable and unsportsmanlike. This time I'd like to introduce you to the starting lineups first for the visitors, the Blackford Bruins. Starting at one guard, 6'2" freshman number 3, Stephen Hoover. Another guard, 6' sophomore number 10, Dalton Bowman. At one forward, 5'10" sophomore number 12, Ridge Dunning. Another forward, 5'11" sophomore, number 15, Caleb Nealon. And third forward, 6' sophomore, number 23, Brady Roberts. The Bruins are coached by Grant Newman. Now let's meet the starting lineup from your Mississinewa Indians. Starting at one guard, 5'7" sophomore, number 21, Kay Campbell. Another guard, 5'10" sophomore, number 31, Drew Castanon. Third guard position, 5'10" freshman, number 40, Colin Yoder. The one forward, 6'3" freshman, number 32, Tay McLove. And the other forward, 6'4" junior, number 44, Jashawn McLove. Indians are coached by Connor Cunningham and his assistant, Cody Turner. Officials for the season, Jerry Saunders and David Whitmore.
Well, welcome back, basketball fans, to Mississinewa High School. We're getting the JV contest underway, and the tip is up and controlled by the Indians. Campbell to their side at the top of the key, dribbles around. Looks, finds McClung down low, and it's tipped out of a Bruin, and it's going to stay with the Indians. McClung goes to Campbell. Goes to Yoder at top. Campbell goes inside, kicks it out to McClung, goes to Yoder at the top of the key. Yoder for the three, and it's no good. Rebound, Mississinewa. McClung trying to go low, up, down, and good. The Indians first to score, 2-0. Blackford to their side. An early 30-second timeout. This timeout is brought to you by Grant County State Bank. Hoover with the ball. Goes to Duncan. Blackford goes up, no good. Mississinewa ball. Campbell to their side. McClung goes down low, up and good. 2-point basket, Tay McClung.
Hoover tried to pass it down low, and it got tipped out of bounds by an Indian. Hoover drives in. Hoover turns it over, and McClung picks it up. McClung kicks it to Yoder. Yoder goes up and is fouled. He'll be at the line shooting 2.
Fouls on Bruin number 15. Taylor Neely. First, all the others line to shooting 2.
He sinks his first one.
And makes his second. Blackford to their side. Blackford works, and it's turned over. Another Blackford turnover. Yoder.
Yoder's fouled again. He'll be at the line shooting 2 more.
Fouls on Bruin number 15. Taylor Neely is second, 2 seconds. On the other.
He sinks his first again.
Hurd checks in for the lineup for Blackford. Yoder goes up for a second one, down and good. 4 points early for Yoder. Blackford to their side, and they almost turn it over again. And they throw it out of bounds. Mississinewa basketball.
Spoke too soon, Ryan. Spoke too soon. McClung goes up. And then kicks it off, trying to kick it off to his brother, Deshaun, but travels.
Blackford to their side, working around a play, tries to go down low, up, no good, and another Bruin turnover. Yoder out and running, goes to McClung. McClung goes up and good. Blackford to their side, trying to get in down low, and it's another Blackford turnover. Cassanon out and running, and there will be a charge, and it is going to Blackford. Fouls goes on Cassanon, his first, team's first. Blackford heading to their side.
Hoover down low and he goes up and is fouled. He got the line shooting 2. That foul went on number 31, Drew Cassanon on the Indians. That'll be his second foul. Hoover misses his first. Looks like he put too much foul behind that. Sinks his second.
Campbell to their side for the Indians. Campbell loses control, and it's going to Blackford.
It's like he was trying to go up with it, but missed it. Jumbled it a little bit.
Sizemore tips it out, and it's still Bruin basketball.
Hoover tries to drive in, pulls up, and misses. Oh, and lucky bounce, barely goes in.
And
but I think they're not going to count it since it hit the top of the goal, so it doesn't count.
Campbell to their side for the Indians.
Indians are trying to move the ball around, not getting really anywhere. Klung drives in, goes up, and misses.
Tipped out of a Bruin, and it's staying. Mississinewa basketball. Campbell to take it out of bounds for the Indians.
Yoder kicks to McClung down low. Sizemore out on the three-point line, misses.
Jump ball possession, Blackford. Turnover on Bruins again. McClung out and running, tips it up by his brother, no good.
Looked like Lil McClung tried to dunk it. But from up here, he's not Lil McClung. They look about the same size.
Yeah.
From up here. Yoder drives in for 2, and he's good.
Easy two-point basket, Colin Yoder. Blackford getting trapped, kicks it out, no good. Rebound McClung goes to Campbell.
Yoder for three. He misses right off the front iron.
Blackford to their side.
It is off. It's a mixture of the operators.
Blackford working around Mississinewa's good defense, and as I say that, they are fouled, and they're at the line shooting 2.
That's what I'm getting. Varsity, I'm just going to switch it.
Dalton Willman will be at the line shooting 2.
Got 3 to 10 minutes. I am not keeping track for the whole 8 minutes.
Makes his first. Evan Bellis checks in for the lineup for the Indians.
He expects a lot of pictures because how many people are here?
And makes his second.
I know.
Campbell taking it down floor for the Indians slowly. Campbell almost loses control. Crosses up at the top of the key, goes to Sizemore. 9 seconds left. Mississinewa almost turns it over, and they do. 1-0. At the end of the first, Indians lead 12-3. This timeout is brought to you by Pro Prince Gear.
Freshman Trump Cell is outside the left northwestern edge of the Northwest. West is located in the lower level. The east is in the northwest corner. And
Check, 1, 2. Thanks, guys. At the end of the first quarter, Indians lead 12-3. They have 6 turnovers so far in the first quarter. Blackford has 5. But the thing about the Indians, you have Tay McClung down low cleaning up the boards. He leads the Indians with 6 points.
Thank you, Dalton, for that great update on the wireless mic. Again, like we said earlier, Dalton will be on the sidelines getting interviews from the Mississinewa players at halftime of the JV contest, I believe, and also with head coach of the Mississinewa Indians, Andrew Everett, and updates on the C-team game in the gym next door. Blackford to their side.
Blackford about to turn it over again. Tried to save it from going out of bounds. Tipped it out.
Sizemore heading to their side for the Indians. Bellis has the ball, goes to Sizemore, goes to Enzor.
Enzor tries to go down low. He passes out to Sizemore and goes right through Sizemore's hands, and Sizemore turns it over. A good case of the Butterfingers, don't you think?
I would agree. Blackford to their side. Blackford working around Mississinewa's defense. Blackford down low, and it's swatted away, and it's going to stay with the Bruins.
Blackford almost turned it over again. Good hustle play by Evan Bellis. He steps out of bounds.
Blackford taking it out of bounds, heading to their side. Blackford goes down low with the jumper, no good. Rebound, Blackford. Blackford tries to go up for an easy layup, no good. Gokenauer in the corner for the Indians, and the Indians throw it away, and it's going to Blackford. 30-second timeout. 30-second timeout, Mississinewa. We'll be back. This timeout was brought to you by Needham Story Waltner.
Hurd turns it over.
Another turnover on Blackford. If I was keeping turnovers, unfortunately, Blackford would be in, I would believe, double digits by now.
Bellis kicks to Gokenauer in the corner. Sizemore for three. He's short.
Mississinewa struggling a little bit behind the arc.
Willman for three. Wide open.
And
Sizemore turns it over. Hurd goes up for the easy layup, and it's good. Sizemore looks a little dumbfounded after that play. Gokenauer turns it over. Hurd goes up for two. I think it's blocked. Willman for three, right off the back iron. This one gets a rebound.
Bellis heading to their side. Gokenauer with the ball. Goes to McClung, goes back to Gokenauer. Goes to Sizemore, goes to Bellis. Bellis driving baseline, up and good.
Bellis tries to 11 for 2.
Hurd for three, he misses. Bellis rebounds, he's running down the court. He goes up again. It's good. Quick 4 points for Evan Bellis. Sizemore gets a rebound from Mississinewa, kicks it to McClung. McClung goes up. It's good. He makes the and one play. McClung will be at the line shooting one. Misses right off the front iron, but Mississinewa gets a rebound. Go at the top of the key for the three, and it's good.
First three-point basket of the game for the Indians. Blackford misses the two-point jumper. Bellis out and running for the Indians. Bellis goes to Campbell. Bellis in the corner, tries to drive baseline again, and he does, up and good.
Bellis is eating up Blackford's defense. Blackford turns it over. Yoder goes up. He misses. But Campbell gets the rebound. Kicks it out to Goke. Yoder goes up for the quick jumper, and it's good.
Nice two-point jumper by Yoder. Blackford heading to their side with 1 minute and 12 seconds left, and they are fouled.
Mississinewa has definitely put a good distance between them and Blackford this second quarter. Blackford gets their own rebound.
Blackford kicks it out in the corner for a three-point basket. It looks like it went up to the ceiling and down. Gokenauer going to their side, goes
Euro
deep.
step by Gokenauer to get the easy 2 points.
40 seconds left here to play before halftime.
Apple about turned it over. Hurd goes up for 2, and it's good. 22 seconds left in the first half.
Campbell to their side for the Indians. Goes to Gokenauer. Gokenauer goes to Campbell with 8 seconds left to play. Campbell goes for a way downtown three-point shot, and it's no good. At the end of the second quarter, Indians lead 27-10. This timeout is brought to you by, or this halftime timeout is brought to you by Marion General Hospital.
Check, check. Well, at the halftime break, the JV Indians lead 27-10 over Blackford. Standing by with Landon Swanner, a freshman who's starting varsity here tonight. Landon, you're coming into tonight's game, your 5th varsity game ever, which is the biggest game of your varsity career so far. You get to take on Luke Brown and the Blackford Bruins. Talk about what it's like to have the opportunity to go up against Luke Brown and Blackford.
Should be a fun game. They're obviously way better than they were last year. There's already a lot of people here. Should be fun.
What has went through your mind as you've seen and read the news articles and videos about Luke Brown?
It's how different they are from last year and how much attention they got. Obviously, by looking out here, there's already a bunch of people. It's way different.
What would it mean for you as a team to be able to pull this one off?
Should be good. So if we lose this one, we're out of the run for the conference. Coming off 3 straight wins, should be good.
Landon, thanks for your time. Enjoy tonight and good luck.
Thank you.
Ryan, back to you. We'll have head coach Andrew Everts here in just a few minutes.
Okay, thank you, Dalton. Until then, 6 minutes and 55 seconds left before we start the third quarter. And we'll be back in moments with the interview of multiple players from the Indians and head coach of the Mississinewa Indians, Coach Andrew Everts.
Check, 1, 2. Well, as I just said a moment ago, we're at the halftime break. It's 27-10, Mississinewa with the lead. The halftime stats, Blackford with 8 turnovers as a team to Mississinewa's 10. Leading scorers for Blackford, Dalton Willman has 4 points for Peyton Hurd and 1 for Stephen Hoover. For the Mississinewa Indians, again, they have 10 turnovers. They are led in scoring by Colin Yoder with 8 points, Tay McClung with 6, Evan Bellis with 6, Brennan Gokenauer with 5, and Jashawn McClung with 2. It's 27-10 Indians lead at the halftime break. And again, we await head coach Andrew Everts as we get ready to talk to him about tonight's matchup against the 9-3 Blackford Bruins. But for now, we'll send it back up to Ryan Scott.
Thank you, Dalton, for that update. Again, we'll be back in moments with the interview of head coach of the Mississinewa Indians, Coach Andrew Everts.
Check. Okay, now we get the opportunity to interview Coach Everett. Coach, coming into tonight's game against a very good Blackford basketball team, the talk's been about Luke Brown, the freshman. Obviously, he's a great player, but I know that it's not Mississinewa versus Luke Brown. It's Mississinewa against Blackford. Talk about what it's like to be able to play tonight against Blackford, because obviously in your years of coaching them, they haven't been this good.
Yeah, it's fun. I like it. It's good for our conference. It's good for Indiana high school basketball. They've had some success, and I'm happy for them. I really am, because we're going to have a full house tonight, and that's good. It's good for our guys to play in front of a crowd like that. It's a great experience. He's a good basketball player. They're a good basketball team this year. They're 9-3. So I hope our guys understand that, and I hope they play them like they're a 9-3 basketball team.
Talk about what it's like to coach in an atmosphere like this.
It's fun. I love it. And it doesn't change anything I do, but the guys love it. I feel like our guys always play harder. I mean, our fan support has been unbelievable since I've been here. It just gets better and better every game, I feel like. And our guys love that. It means so much to them, and they go out and they do really good things when they have a full house.
Who gets the assignment to try and stop Luke Brown tonight?
We'll start with Heisman on him. We plan on manning them a lot. You know, we'll mix things up if we have to. And we won't keep Heisman on him all game. We can't ask him to guard him for 32 minutes. We'll definitely switch guys up. But Heisman to start, and I think he'll do a good job.
Who starts for you tonight?
We're going Heisman, Landon, Jalen, Tabit, and Elijah.
Coach, good luck tonight, and we'll talk to you after the game.
Thank you very much.
Ryan, back to you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Dalton. Great interview with Mississinewa Indians head basketball coach, Mr. Andrew Everett. And as we start the third quarter of the JV contest, Indians lead 27-10, and both teams are meeting on the court. Belmont to their side and turns it over early. And Mississinewa turns it back early. Blackford through for a three-point shot, close but no good.
McClung goes up for two, and it's good.
Nice down floor look by Campbell.
Yes, yes, yes.
Tipped off by Cade Campbell, and it's going to Blackford still. Blackford to their side. Blackford looks, trying to get down low.
Hoover
no.
for three. Goes off the back iron, but Blackford gets the rebound. Goes back up with it. Willman for three. And it goes off the top of the backboard. No good.
Indians to their side. Campbell at the top of the key. Campbell goes to McClung, goes to Yoder. Yoder two-point jumper, and it's no good. Rebound, Blackford.
Willman turns it over.
Blackford.
Hoover goes up, but he travels. The ref said he travels. So it'll be Miss Indians' ball. Campbell for two, and he misses. Right off the front iron.
Castanon tries to save it, to keep it with the Indians, but he doesn't, and it's going to be Blackford ball.
Dunica turns it over. McClung gets it. Tries to go up for easy two, misses. But Indians get the rebound. Castanon for three, it's good. All the way from the corner for three.
This is a different lens. No wonder why it's actually good.
Full timeout, Blackford.
We'll be back in 30 seconds. This timeout is brought to you by Dollar General, 1026 East Main Street in Gas City.
Hoover turns it over and Castellon gets it. Castellon gets it to McClung. McClung goes up for the easy layup.
Blackford heading to their side with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Blackford steps out of bounds, and it is going to the Indians.
Blackford commits another turnover. Makes a lot. Indians get their own rebound. Yoder goes up for two, and it's good.
Nice two-point jumper by Yoder, and
Blackford turns it over again. McClung goes up for the easy two and is fouled. McClung will be at the line shooting two. And sinks his first one.
That's one of the good. Yeah, his EOS. That's a nice look. Because the last one was on it.
And misses his second. Blackford out and running. Blackford for a three, and it is good. Campbell goes to McClung. McClung dribbles around, trying to get inside, goes to Castanon for a two-point jumper, and it is good.
Blackford turns it over again. McClung tries to go dunk it, but misses. Blackford ball. Hurd turns it over. Yet another turnover by Blackford.
I think Dalton is keeping track of turnovers and fouls, so we'll get with him and see how many both teams have.
Hopefully, Blackford's varsity doesn't turn it over like this, because I know they're going to want to win.
Yoder for a two-point
scores
basket.
For two.
Blackford goes up for a layup, no good. And there will be a foul. Foul on Bruins, number 23, Braden Roberts. Indians working it around. Campbell trying to go inside. No, kicks it out to McClung. Goes to Yoder. Yoder thinks about a three. No. Yoder goes to McClung. McClung goes up and good. 2-point basket, Tay McClung. And I am almost running out of space for him on the stat sheet. And there'll be a foul. Drew Castanon for the 3-point bucket. McClung goes up for the easy layup and misses, and it's going to Blackford with 1 minute and 7 seconds left to play. Blackford goes up for the 3-point basket. No.
He'll be out of bounds on Blackford. Mississinewa ball. McClung goes up for 2 and is fouled.
McClung at the line, shooting 1.
He sinks his first and only shot.
Belmont working, trying to get inside, and they turn it over.
McClung goes up for 2 and it's good.
Like I said, Seth, I am running out of room on the stat sheet.
Blackford turns it over again. Campbell goes up for 2 and misses. Castanon gets rebound.
Goes to Yoder. Yoder drives in for a 2-point bucket. No. Rebound McClung, and no.
Willman goes up for 2 and misses, but he gets his own rebound. And he airballs both shots.
And it is staying with Blackford with 7 seconds left to play in the third quarter.
Blackford turns it over again, and Castanon tries to go up for 2 and is fouled.
The crowd is getting bigger and bigger as the quarters go on, and Mississinewa's band is just now arriving.
Castanon sinks his first.
And makes his second. We will have unofficial scoring for the Indians at the end of the game. At the end of the third quarter, Indians lead 53-13. This timeout is brought to you by New Leaf Flowers and Gift, 313 West Main Street in Gas City, 765-573-3366. Sizemore to take it out for the Indians. Sizemore goes inside, kicks out to Maddox, and Maddox throws it away. Belmont working around Mississinewa's defense with 6:35 left to play in the fourth quarter. Blackford
steps out of bounds. Mississinewa ball.
Bellis taking it down floor for the Indians.
Bellis goes up for 2 and misses. Looks like he rushed out a little bit.
And there will be a foul, and let's see who it's on. Fouls on Indy number 24, Brennan Gokenauer, his second, team's fourth of the quarter. Blackford to their side, driving baseline, no good.
Gokenauer gets the rebound. Bellis goes up for 2 and misses.
Rolls in and out, Blackford to their side. Blackford goes up for a 3, no good. Enzor rebounds, goes to Gokenauer. Gokenauer dribbles down floor. Goes to Maddox. Kicks it off to Bellis. Maddox for a 3, and it's no good. Rebound Evan Bellis, and no good.
Somehow Evan Bellis still gets the ball and kicks it to Gokenauer, and Gokenauer goes up for 2, and it's good.
It looked like there was about 2 fouls, but there's three Blackford guys and 2 Mississinewa guys. It's hard to call. Blackford moving around, trying to go low, and they do, and it's no good. Rebound.
Turn it over, and Maddox gets it. Kicks it to Sizemore down floor. Sizemore drives in. Seems to go up with it.
Loses control.
That looked like potentially a pretty good play. He just lost control of it.
Blackford to their side with 4:15 left to play. Blackford moves around, going to a corner for the 3, and it's no good. Rebound Blackford. Blackford tries to go up, and they travel, and it's going to Mississinewa.
The crowd seems to be growing by the second here at Mississinewa High School. Getting ready for the varsity game.
Gokenauer goes for a way down three-point shot in the air balls, and it's going to Blackford. Three-point basket, Blackford. The C-team is coming to their side of the locker rooms. We'll try to get an update on their game as soon as possible. Blackford to their side, and we just got word from Mississinewa C team. They did get the win, and we are waiting for a score. Blackford tries to go up, no good, and it's rebounded by Peyton Enzor. Bellis to their side, tries to go up, no good, rebound Blackford. Blackford heading to their side with 2:35 left to play. Again, C team, Mississinewa C team won by 20. Fouls on Indians 10, Tyler Sizemore, his first, team second. Blackford to inbound. Blackford looks, goes to the wing, top of the key. Trying to go down low, and they can't, and they about lose control. 2:05 left to play here at Mississinewa High School for the JV contest. And Blackford is fouled, and they are shooting two, and we'll see who the foul goes on. Fouls on Indians number 10, Tyler Sizemore, his second, team's third. Blakely will be at the line shooting two for the Bruins.
Misses his second.
Maddox out and running for the Indians. Goes to Lukey down low. And it looks like he stepped out of bounds, so it's going to Blackford. Blackford working around again. Mississinewa's great defense. Blackford goes up for the three, no good. Rebound Seth Maddox. Seth Maddox is out and running for the Indians. Lukey tries to go up, no good. Thirty-second timeout. This timeout is brought to you by Salem Bank, 716 East Main Street in Gas City, 765-382-3640. Blackford to their side with 1:15 left to play. Blackford kicks it out to the corner for a three, way over, no good. Tyler Sizemore has the ball for the Indians, goes to Lukey. Lukey drives baseline, tries to go up, no. Blackford with the rebound. .50 seconds left to play.
Blackford about turns it over again. Felver tries to drive in.
Blackford almost turned it over, and there's going to be a foul on Peyton Enzor. Wait a minute, no foul on Peyton Enzor. It's going to be a foul on the Bruins. My bad. Mississinewa has the ball with 20 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. 15. 10. Three, 2, 1, 0.
I want to shout out Coach Cunningham on his JV season so far. It's the JV coach for the Indians. They're, 13-2 right now?
13-2.
And they don't look to be stopping anytime soon.
At the end of the fourth quarter for the JV contest, Indians 57. Bruins 17. We'll be back with the varsity contest. This at the end of the game, this timeout is brought to you by Sophie's Ice Cream, 306 West Main Street in Gas City, 765-677-0155. And here come your Mississinewa Indians.
This is the Mississinewa TribeTV crew here. On behalf of all of our viewers, we thank you for tuning in. You guys really help us support us through everything we go through. Thank you all.
Check. Check, 1, 2. Well, when it comes to Indiana basketball, it doesn't get much finer than this. You have the Blackford Bruins and the Mississinewa Indians ready to take the stage here tonight. 9-3 is the record for Blackford, 8-5 the record for the Indians. Which team wants it the most and which team can play 32 minutes of basketball? We'll find out next on the Tribe Sports Network. Dalton Bishop alongside Seth Gashonica and Ryan Scott. And Seth, what do you think's the key for the Indians to get the job done here tonight?
Stopping Luke Brown. That's the biggest thing right now. And as Coach Everett said a little bit ago, Heisman Skeens is going to be starting out guarding Luke Brown. And I don't know if you watched him, Heisman Skeens during football season. He's very fast. He can play really good defense. So I think if Heisman can block him down, he'll be set.
Yeah, when I talked to Coach Everett's for our pregame interview, he said Heisman Skeens will have the duty to start out guarding Luke Brown to start the evening off. But I like what Coach Everett said. We're not going to leave Heisman on him for all 32 minutes because that's nearly impossible because the kid is a scoring machine. But I look forward to watching Skeens and Brown go at it because, like you said, Heisman Skeen has the quickness and the ability to keep up with Brown, but Brown's scoring ability is off the charts.
Yeah. What about you, Ryan? What do you think? What's the key for the Indians to get this W?
Well, like Dalton said, you got to stop Brown. And to do that is you can't let him score. Even though the Indians coming off and Blackford's coming off say, Brown's going to score, let's say 20 points. You can't do that. You have to play good D against him. And what the Indians have to do, and in my opinion, is trap him every once in a while, make him think about what he can do with the basketball to get it to their teammate.
Not only do you have Luke Brown, but you also have a senior who stands at 6'5" and is the grandson of Jerry Hoover. That is J.D. Hoover. He averages 16 points a game. You might be able to stop Luke Brown, but you're not going to be able to stop both of them. So if you stop Brown, then Tabit Galt and Elijah Bounce are going to have their word cut out. But that's the thing. For the Indians, you have the two twin towers down low of Elijah Bounds and Tabit Galt. Tabit Galt, it leads the state of Indiana in rebounding at 13 rebounds per game. That's unbelievable. I mean, Tabit Galt, 15 points, 13 rebounds a game, and that's on an average. So just think what he might be able to do here tonight.
Yeah, I agree.
You have 8 minutes on the clock. Both teams on their respective sides warming up. The communities from both sides have really come to support their team. And the thing about it is, Blackford was 1-72 over the last 5 years. What a story it has been for this team. They are like what you would see in college, the Cinderella story. They come in, only winning one game in the last 5 years of their basketball seasons, to winning 9 this year. When I talked to Luke Brown earlier, he said Coach Hoover and the team set out a goal to win 12 games this year. They are just 3 games short of that with a handful of games left. I think you'll see the Blackford Bruins win 12 basketball games this year. And, me personally, I'm proud and I'm happy to know that Blackford has finally turned things around. Yeah. And it's just an unbelievable story. An unbelievable story on Luke Brown, who's been the talk of not only the state but the country. He broke the all-time Indiana scoring record in a single game against Monroe Central of 48 points. He averages 28.6 points a game. But then when you look at, if you want to compare freshmen, if you look at Mississinewa, you have Landon Swanner, who has played 5 varsity games. Swanner shoots the ball 48% from the field. He's only averaging 8 points a game, but in his first ever varsity game against Belmont, he scored 16 points, and he scored 11 in his second against Wabash. So keep an eye on the freshmen from both teams. You got to keep an eye on Luke Brown and keep an eye on Landon Swanner. Well, we'll take a 2-minute timeout and come back and talk more. Keys to victory for the Mississinewa Indians and the keys to victory for the Blackford Bruins. This is Indians basketball on the Tribe Sports Network. Well, welcome back to Mississinewa High School. 5 minutes on the clock before we tip things off here in Gas City in an all-CIC matchup between the Blackford Bruins and the Mississinewa Indians. 3 keys to victory for the Indians, in my opinion. Number 1, defensively, you've got to contain Luke Brown. Like I said, the kid is a scoring machine. 28 points a game. He scored 20 in his last game against Frankton, and that was the CIC team and a very, very good Frankton basketball team. But Luke Brown still managed to score 20 points. If you can score 20 points against Frankton, I would assume that he's probably going to at least score 28 tonight against Mississinewa, but you can't let him go for 40. So if you can contain Luke Brown for most of the game, you'll be in good shape. Number 2, you've got to box out and get rebounds, and you can't turn the ball over, because Mississinewa has struggled, and that's what kept Elwood in the game the other night, was turnovers for the Indians. So take care of the basketball and get rebounds. Now offensively, you've got to get Tabit Galt the basketball. When he gets down on a low block and he turns around and uses the backboard, he's nearly unstoppable, because even if he does miss it, he's there to get his own rebound. So that's the 3 keys to victory for Mississinewa. And Seth, you have the keys to victory for the Blackford Bruins.
The keys to victory for the Blackford Bruins, they need to optimize ball time for Luke Brown so he can score. Get 20 or more points for Luke Brown, and it's a victory for Blackford. For defense, they need to lock down Tabit Galt and Anthony Horton. So those are 2 main scorers on this ball.
Yeah, when you get Anthony Horton driving, he gets to the free throw line, and then he goes inside. He's unstoppable, because once he gets that far inside, he just goes up, and his vertical's so strong. It's like an extra spring in his shoe. He hops, and he's up to the basket, and he puts it in. And then, like you said, Tabit Galt, who we've talked about the entire night, even if he misses his shots, he gets the rebounds. The kid is an animal down low. But I'm telling you, the one person that I'm really watching for the Indians tonight is Landon Swanner. How does Swanner react to, I guess, the hype of this game? He knows it's a big game. The talk's been about Luke Brown, who's a freshman. Swanner's a freshman, so I'm sure Swanner wants to play up to that ability and really show, hey, there's not just one freshman in the state. I'm also a freshman, and I can do it too. 2.5 minutes. And we'll have the national anthem and the starting lineups. And Seth and Ryan will have the call from Mississinewa High School. Who will win it and who wants it the most? The Blackford Bruins or the Mississinewa Indians? We're back in 2 minutes. This is Indians basketball on the Tribe Sports Network.
Good evening, basketball fans. This is Mississinewa Principal Steve Potter, Assistant Principal Andrew Rest, and Athletic Director James Young. I'd like to welcome you to Blackford for Mississinewa High School for the night CIC contest between the visiting Blackford Bruins and your Mississinewa Indians. Sportsmanship is a top priority for CIC and Mississinewa High School. Your mission for this athletic exercise is to enjoy an exhibition of skills developed by these student athletes. Please give these athletes your encouragement and support. Efforts to applaud the talents of all participants is greatly appreciated. Bullying, taunting, or intimidating officials, coaches, or athletes is unacceptable and unsportsmanlike. At this time, the Mississinewa Prince of Pregame will honor America with the playing of our national anthem under the direction of Mrs. Cindy Walker. Starting at one yard, 33, the other guard, 6-foot freshman, number 40, At one forward, 6-foot senior number 12, Jalen Martin. And now the Twin Towers, 6'5" senior number 24, Elijah Bell. And 6'6" senior number 42, Adam Noel. Being introduced by Adrian Everett, his assistant James Reed. This is for the senior.
Well, good evening, basketball fans again, and welcome to Mississinewa High School on Friedenberg Court for tonight's IHSAA boys basketball competition and CIC competition between the visiting Blackford Bruins and the Mississinewa Indians. I'm Ryan Scott. Alongside with me is Seth Koshanik and Dalton Bishop. We'll have the call for you tonight as Dalton is on the sidelines getting updates and interviews as tonight goes on. Bounds and J.D. Hoover will be tipping it up for the Indians and Blackford. Whistle is blown. Ball goes up and controlled by Blackford. Brown at the top of the key. Brown goes to Hoover. Hoover goes to Beckley. Goes to Hoover again. Goes to Brown. Brown trying to work. He's going for a three, and it's no good. And it's going to the Indians. Swanner to inbound it. Skeens to their side. Skeens goes to Galt, or Bounds, and Bounds goes to Martin. Skeens for a three, and it's no good.
Brown gets rebound, goes down court.
Brown working around. Heisman Skeens, great defense. And Brown
steps out of bounds. Turnover. Mississinewa ball.
That's you know, Seth, that's a great start that the Indians want. Having Brown make those mistakes and get Mississinewa to their side. Brown to inbound it. Goes to Beckley for a three, and it's down and good. Skeens to their side for the Indians. Skeens at the top of the key goes to Martin. Martin goes to Galt for a three, and it's no good. Rebound, Nathan Brown. Goes to Luke Brown. Luke Brown at the top of the key. Browns goes to Beckley. Beckley goes to Brown for a two-point jumper, no good, and it's going to be Blackford's ball. Brown for a way downtown three-point shot, and it's down and good. An early 6-0 run for Blackford. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This timeout was brought to you by Grant County State Bank, proudly serving Grant County for over 70 years. Swayze, Marion, and Sweetser. Well, welcome back. to Fregenberg Court, where Mississinewa trails by 6 with 6:05 left to play in the first. Skeens goes to Martin, goes to Bounds, goes to Martin. Skeens goes to Martin. Martin for a 3, and it's no good. Rebound, Blackford. Blackford almost turns it over, and there's going to be a jump ball.
Good hustle play by Heisman. Skeens looked like he was diving for a football.
Well, he has done that a few times, hasn't he, Seth?
Yes.
And the jump ball is going to Mississinewa. Swanner to inbound for the Indians. Swanner goes to Bounds. Bounds trying to get down low. And it looks like there's going to be a foul. Fouls on Bruin. 34, Nathan Brown, his first, team's first. Swanner to inbound. Goes to Martin. Martin for a 3, and it's no good. Rebound, Galt.
He misses. No good. Luke Brown taking the ball down the court. Hoover tried for 3 and he missed.
Skeens to Indian side. Goes to Martin. Martin goes to Swanner, goes to Skeens at the top of the key. Skeens goes to Martin. Martin at the top of the key. Goes to Bounds. Bounds trying to go in low. There's going to be a blocking foul.
The Indians are doing a good job drawing fouls.
Fouls
definitely early.
Fouls on number 21, Mark White. His first, team second. Skeens at the top of the key, trying to go inside.
Skeens goes
and
up.
It's down and good. Actually, no good.
No good. Skeens charged. Got
Player control foul on Skeens. Number 30, Connor Wilson checks in for the lineup for the Indians. Blackford heading to their side. Luke Brown has control of the ball. Brown trying to go to the corner. It looks like he got trapped. 2-point jumper, no good.
Missed.
Rebound, J.D. Hoover, and he goes up. No good.
He traveled.
He traveled.
Did not count.
No shot, and it's going to Mississinewa. The crowd for both teams is already rowdy, and we're only 4 minutes and 47 seconds left in. Wilson to the top of the key, goes to Martin. Martin goes to Swanner, goes to Galt. Galt goes to Bounds, trying to get him down low, goes up. No good. I would say two
Hoover
or three.
Goes up, circus shot, he misses.
Galt slows things down, goes to Wilson down baseline. Wilson fakes it, goes to Galt.
Goes up.
Galt goes up.
Fouled. He'll be at the line shooting 2. This gym is definitely packed.
I would say we're at least 200 to 250 seats left for being sold out.
Anthony Horton checks in the lineup for the Indians.
Galt makes his first. One more to come. Wiltman checks in for Blackford. Galt's about to go up for a second one, talking to his teammate Anthony Horton on what possession or what play they're going to run. Galt's second goes up, no good. Rebound, Willman. Goes to J.D. Hoover. Hoover goes to Brown. Brown almost traveled, it looked like, from up here.
Beckley drives in, shoots 2, and it's good.
Wilson to their side for the Indians. Indians need to get going.
Tabit Galt is charged with a charging foul. It's the second time Blackford's.
He's not set. Brown having it under control.
Connor Wilson playing lockdown defense. Beckley goes up for two, goes right off the front iron, but kicks it back out to Hoover. Hoover goes up.
Travel, yep.
He's traveled. It's the second time he's done that.
Horton goes to Swanner, or Wilson. Horton goes to Martin. Martin goes back to Horton.
Wilson for three. He goes right off the back iron. And Wilson seemed to be injured on that play out. I didn't see what it was. But it looks like his face is hurting, maybe elbow or a hand. Elijah Bounds returns for the lineup for the Indians.
In my opinion, right now, Indians have to get going. It's still early, but they have to get going.
Especially shots down low, they have to make those easy low post shots. You have to make those shots.
I mean, you're down 7.
Your defense is doing good right now, but you just need to make some points.
You're offensive when you're giving it to the Twin Towers down low, and they have to make them. They had easy shots.
Yes. Willman is fouled on that play. He'll be at the line shooting 2. Sinks his first. Larry Dean will check in for the Indians.
This is not the start that the Indians want. It's not a start that really any team wants.
And he misses a second. Bounds with the rebound.
Horton going down floor for the Indians. Looks, finds no one, setting up a play. Goes to Martin. Goes back to Horton. Horton trying to speed things up. Martin for 3. And it's good!
Martin can heat up quick, so look for more of those threes from Martin shortly.
Brown trying to go down. No good.
He misses.
And there's going to be a
foul on Blackford. It'll be missing all ball.
Defensive foul. Martin to inbound, goes to Horton. Horton looks, finds no one, trying to get inside. 2-point jumper.
He misses.
No good. See,
he got robbed on that one.
Those are the shots you have to make. 2-point jumpers and easy layups. You have to make, especially in this game.
Beckley drives in, kicks it out to Brown, and Brown travels.
No shot.
No shot.
If there was no travel and Brown was in the corner and he shot that 3, he would have made it, and he did make it, and luckily he traveled.
Can't speed things up like that. It's just a freshman mistake.
It is. Martin goes to Horton. Horton goes to Dean. Dean looks, goes back to Horton.
Horton tries to drive in, kicks it to Swanner.
Horton thinks about going baseline. No, kicks it out with 1:38 left to play in the first quarter. Blackford playing some pretty good defense.
Horton for the pull up 2. And it's fouled. He'll be at the line shooting 2.
Horton at the line shooting 2.
He misses his first. He sinks his second.
And Luke Brown is fouled by Anthony Horton, and you cannot have that. So that's Anthony Horton's first, team's 5th. That's also Blackford's team's 5th. Blackford with the ball. Beckley. Brown. Brown looks, setting up a play.
Brown tries to drive in, kicks it to Beckley. Beckley goes up, misses. He airballed that. Martin gets the rebound. Oh, Swanner! Another freshman mistake. Tried to rush it too quick. Swanner had that wide open too.
You know, and that is a good play. Mississinewa's bench was cheering him on even though he made it, or did not make it and went out of bounds. It just slipped out through his hands. Luke Brown.
51 seconds left in the first quarter.
Luke.
That was just a miscommunication on that three-point shot.
And Luke Brown drains another three-point basket.
Simple case of miscommunication.
Dean goes up for a two-point jumper, and it is missed. Brown heading to their side for Blackford with 10 seconds left to play in the first.
Ross hits a screen on Horton. Brown goes up and misses. Good defensive effort by Dean. And Martin will shoot the long full-court basket.
At the end of the first quarter, Indians trail 5-12. This 60-second timeout is brought to you by Twin City Auto Body. Visit them at 1427 East Main in Gas City, 469-33-765-674-7733. We'll be back in 60 seconds. As we start the second quarter, Blackford to take it out of bounds.
Brown goes up and is fouled.
Fouls on Indian number 32, Larry Dean, his first, team sixth. Blackford to take it out of bounds. Goes to J.D. Hoover, loses control, and it is Mississinewa basketball.
And J.D. Hoover turns it over. You cannot turn it over as a senior. This is not expected.
Horton heading to their side for the Indians. Goes to Dean, goes to Horton. Horton goes to Martin for a three.
And he misses.
Luke Brown to head down the court for the Indians. Nice pass by
Hoover
Luke
goes
Brown.
up for two. He misses. Ross gets the rebound and turns it over. Horton draws a foul.
It's going to be a blocking on Bruins number 25, Luke Brown. And that foul will help the Indians. Wilson goes to Horton. Horton to their side. Horton at the top. Goes inside, up, under, in good. The Indians made a layup. Luke Brown at the wing, draws up a weird three. I tell you, that was an NBA shot right there.
It looks like his hot spot's right there at the wing.
Might as well mark it. Wilson for three.
It's no good. But it tips off of Strobel, and it's Mississinewa ball.
Wilson to take it out of bounds. Bounds. Goes to Horton at the top. Tries to go in. Wilson goes to Martin. Martin goes to Horton.
Horton drives in and goes up. Is fouled. His and one shot does not go in. Horton will be at the line shooting 2. 1 bonus, my correction.
Horton's.
He misses his first, and Ross gets the rebound.
Luke Brown at the baseline.
Seemed to be a legal screen on Blackford, number 22, Ross. We missed an all ball.
Martin goes to Horton. Horton crosses the 10-second line. Horton goes to Martin, goes back to Horton. Horton goes to Martin unexpectedly. Goes to Larry Dean. Dean goes to Horton. Horton kicks it out to Martin. Martin goes to Horton. Horton goes up, under, no good. Rebound bounce, no good, and it's going.
Seemed to go out on Willman. It'll be Mississinewa ball. Landon Swanner returns to the lineup for the Indians.
Wilson to take it out of bounds for the Indians. Wilson goes to Horton, and I believe Horton is fouled. Ross is second, team 9th. Horton will be at the line shooting a 1 in bonus.
He sinks his first.
The second one to come, down and good.
Second. This is another key of Mississinewa to win. They need to get to the foul line. It looks like they're doing that pretty well.
Luke Brown trying to get inside. Luke Brown does a weird move, no good. Swanner with the rebound. Horton coming baseline.
Horton drives in, goes up, misses. Short, he goes up again, gets his own rebound. It's good, it's for 2.
Good, that's great. You know, that you can see that he's a, I would call a true athlete, because he is going after his shot and getting the rebound.
It's a good basketball player right there. Brown goes up, misses. Mississinewa's defense has definitely affected his shot.
As you can see on your board at home, the Indians are only down 4 now. Horton tries to go baseline, kicks it out to Wilson. Wilson goes up.
Oh, and he misses a wide open layup. Hoover gets the rebound. Brown had a fancy pass right there, wide open for Strobel for the 3. Wilson kicks it to bounds down low. It's good for 2.
And there's going to be a timeout. Full timeout, Mississinewa. We'll be back in 60 seconds. This timeout is brought to you by Via Credit Union of Gas City, proud to support Mississinewa athletics. Welcome back to Gas City. We're 4 minutes and 17 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Indians down 13-18, and Blackford will be taking it to their side. Luke Brown has control of the basketball for now.
Wilson playing some hard defense on him. Somehow, Brown draws the foul. Kind of looks like they're playing patty cake down there. Brown will be at the line shooting 1 bonus. Beckley returns for the lineup for the Bruins. He drops his first.
1 more to come.
Drops his second.
Horton taking it down floor. Goes to Swanner. Swanner goes up, no good.
Misses.
That's when Mississinewa has to get rebounds. Brown out and running. His one and only has missed. Swanner goes to Horton. Horton goes to Swanner. Swanner goes to Wilson. Wilson goes to McClung. In some way, in some reason, he kicks it out.
Horton goes up. It's good.
Good.
We need to start making more shots like that. They'll win the game.
You don't necessarily need threes right now.
Nope.
Get the easy buckets. Brown handles the ball. Goes for a three again.
For the three, and he misses.
No good.
That last three, he was looking for the foul, but didn't get it.
Blackford's coach is getting a little rowdy with the officials saying, did Brown get fouled or not? Because I sure think so.
Horton pulls up for 2.
Good.
It's good.
Good.
Shots like that will bring him back in the game.
Luke Brown to their side on the baseline.
Brown drives in for 2, and it's good. Horton goes up, misses, but gets his own rebound, puts it back up. Bounds goes up, misses. McClung gets the rebound, is fouled. McClung will be at the line shooting 2.
Misses his first. 1 more to go.
Misses his second. Goes off of Bruin, and it's Mississinewa's ball. Swanner will inbound for Mississinewa.
Horton for three, and it's no good. Tipped out of Blackford, and it is staying. Whoa.
Whoa.
Okay,
Whoa.
okay.
Whoa, okay.
So the officials say it's out on Mississinewa.
If I was Andrew Everett, I would not be happy right now. Especially from over there, you could not see it.
Blackford to their side, inbounding it. Brown controlling the basketball.
Anthony Horton seems to be locking down Brown.
J.D. Hoover tries to go up, but then he fouled or travels, and it is going to Mississinewa.
That is a third travel by J.D. Hoover. You think by now, I mean, he's a senior, he's been playing basketball for 4 years. Get that down, but.
Martin goes to Horton. Horton goes to McClung. McClung driving baseline.
It's
up.
Good for two.
Good.
Scores 19-24 with 1:10 to go in the half.
A lot better, a lot closer score, shall say, than let's say 8 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago. Brown kicks it off, and
Swanner gets the rebound.
Swanner out and running baseline.
Kicks to McClung. McClung drives in. Kicks to
Martin for three.
And it's good! 40 seconds left in the half, and the Indians are down 2. This crowd is crazy right now. It's only halftime.
Good defense by Anthony Horton on Brown. "19 seconds left, and the Indians are down 4. 13, 12, 10, 9.
Martin pull up for three. And it's no good off the backboard.
At halftime, Indians trail by 4, 22-26. We'll be back after halftime. This halftime is brought to you by Edward Jones, making sense of investing. 102-201 West Main Street in Gas City, 765-677-9259. We'll be back after halftime with the start of the third quarter.
250 days qualification is a comprehensive survey of all high school, college, and pro basketball in Indiana.
This is the Tribe TV crew. We are happily accepting the fact that everyone is watching right now, and we are here to thank you because we could not do any of this without your support. So from the Mississinewa community, and especially the Tribe TV community, thank you so much. Friendly reminder that don't forget to check out Tribe TV's YouTube channel for daily announcements at school and the MCSC Twitter account and website for what updates on sports events and sports scripts for World Sports. Thank you again.
Well, welcome back to Mississinewa High School, where we're getting the third quarter underway in Friedenberg Court. And I believe Mississinewa will be taking it out of bounds. And Mississinewa is taking it out of bounds and with Anthony Horton. Horton goes to Swanner. Swanner goes to Horton, goes to Skeens. Skeens almost loses control, goes to Horton. Horton goes to Skeens. Skeens goes to Horton. Horton goes back to Skeens. Skeens driving, goes up, down, and good. Good start for the Indians.
Indeed.
Brown under control for the Bruins.
Beckley for three, and he misses. But Brown gets the rebound, kicks it to Hoover. Hoover goes up, misses. Galt gets the rebound from Mississinewa.
Skeens goes to Horton. Horton goes to Skeens. Skeens thinks about a three. No, goes to Horton. Goes back to Skeens. Skeens 2-point jumper.
It's no good.
It was right on line. It just a little too strong. Brown in control for the Bruins. J.D. Hoover goes up for three. No good.
No good.
Rebound. Rebound. Bruins. Swanner at the top of the key. Swanner goes to Galt. Galt goes to Skeens, goes to Horton. Horton
tried to give it to Galt, but goes off Galt's foot.
And throws it away. Brown will be coming to their side for Blackford. Five-second violation on Luke Brown, and the ball is going to Mississinewa.
Said another freshman mistake. He can't afford those if he wants to win.
Skeens with the ball, goes to Horton. Horton thinks about a three. No, goes to Swanner. Goes to Skeens. Skeens goes to Galt, goes to Horton. Horton goes to Galt. Galt goes to Skeens. Skeens for three, and no.
It's right off the front iron and doesn't go in.
Mississinewa was having some close shots, just a little bit too strong or a little bit too short. Heisman Skeens playing great defense. And traveling is going on number
21, Mark White.
Okay. And the ball is going to the Indians.
I think it's Blackford's fourth traveling violation. They need to learn how to dribble the ball a little bit. What do you think?
Swanner to their side. Goes to Horton. Horton goes to bounds down low, hands it off to Galt, and Galt is fouled, and he'll be at the line shooting two. Stick around after this game, as we will have a three-man crew at the end post-game show. So please stick around and hear all three of our thoughts on tonight's game.
And Luke Brown seems to have a limp coming out of halftime. That right leg might be bothering him.
Yeah, I saw him walking out of the locker room with a little limp. And he is running like he is in pain or just sore from the first half.
He does a lot. Beckley makes a good jumper too.
Indians down by 5 with 5:10 left to play. Skeens 2-point jumper, and it's
short.
A little short.
Galt
Galt
gets rebounded and is put back to.
Down to 3. Brown to their side, and
Brown just about turns it over. Good defense by Anthony Horton.
Jalen Martin checks in for the lineup for the Indians. Luke Brown has control of the basketball. Brown trying to go inside, no good.
No good.
Rebound, Galt. Galt goes to Horton at the baseline.
He
Martin
leaves Brown.
for three.
No
Ooh,
good,
and it's no good. Rebound, Galt.
goes up, and it's foul.
Ooh, trap.
Traveled on. On Blackford's last possession, I think the crowd was looking for a blocking foul, and Brown was trying to drive in.
And Mississinewa's bench is not too fond of that call. Brown working it around Mississinewa for a three. And that three-point basket, as you can hear probably, is good. Skeens goes to Martin. Martin goes to Skeens. Skeens goes to Bounds.
Bounds misses the easy two. Blackford fans looking for a foul, but Brown turns it over and kicks it to Galt down the floor.
Galt goes
Galt
up.
Puts it up for two. Easy layup.
Now the Indians have to get going here. Fouls on Indian. Heisman Skeens, his third. Landon Swanner checks in for the lineup for the Indians. Blackford taking it out of bounds. Luke Brown has control of the basketball for now.
Horton on Brown.
And
Blackford turns it over again, and they foul Landon Swanner. I think Blackford might be catching a little case of the turnovers from their JV team. They need to pick it up a little bit.
Mississinewa fans are getting rowdy, excited to hopefully see the Indians make a comeback in this game. Horton goes to Martin. Martin taking it down floor for the Indians. Goes to Horton. Horton goes to Bounds. Two-point jumper is no good.
Like we said in the first half, we have to make shots like that.
Yep, especially when you're down low.
To win the game, we have to make shots like that. And Brown tried for three, misses. Good defense by Horton. Hoover goes in. Fouls on Indian number 24, Elijah Bounds.
Dave McClung checks in for the lineup for the Indians.
White will inbound for Blackford. Hoover about turns it over. Good defense by Horton.
And there is going to be a timeout on Blackford. Full timeout. This full timeout is brought to you by Jackson's Dairy Farm of Marion. Blackford to take it out of bounds. Brown setting up a play.
Yeah, I can do it for you. No problem.
A good no-look pass by Brown. Down low to Strobel. It's good for 2.
Martin goes to Horton. Horton heading to their side.
Down low to Galt. Galt goes up, but he's fouled. Swanner will inbound for the Indians. Martin for 3. He was wide open and misses. Turnover on Blackford. Swanner down low. It's good for 2.
Down 4 with 1:45 left to play. And Brown is getting defended by Horton very well.
And he misses the easy floater. Horton has the ball guarded by Brown. Brown seemed to try to flop there, but it didn't work.
Martin drives baseline, kicks it out to Horton. Horton goes to Galt. Galt is fouled.
And it's the N1 bucket. Galt hits the N1 bucket. We'll be at the line for shooting 1. This crowd, this Mississinewa crowd here is going crazy. Thanks for coming.
It's a 1-point ball game. Indians down 34-35. Brown to their side. Seth,
Seems like Brown was calling for a pick right there. Brown's in the corner.
Seth, I tell you, the Mississinewa bench is getting fired up. The
Brown
fans are getting
2.
fouled.
It's good, straight down. Don't know how that worked. He's strapped down here in the corner, but
Horton has the ball for the Indians. Goes to Martin. Martin goes to Horton. Horton
goes. Galt goes up for 2. It's good. Still a 1-point game. Brown controls the ball.
Seth, as you, I, and Dalton talked about in the pregame.
Brown turns it over, I think. That's a jump ball. It'll be a jump ball. Possession Blackford.
Like we talked about, us 3 start up the varsity contest. We said this game could be close, and right now it is close.
It's close right now, and it's Mississinewa's defense. They're shutting down Brown, making him turn it over and make stupid shots. He's just a freshman. If he's a freshman, you got to use it against him.
23 seconds left to play in the third quarter.
And the Blackford fans seem to be in uproar as they get the good foul there.
Larry Dean checks in for the lineup for the Indians. Brown has control with 15 seconds left. Let's see if the Indians can hold him.
Dean will guard Brown. Brown tries to drive in. Shoots a 3. It's good. Martin will shoot the 3. It's an air ball. And to end the third quarter, Indians 36, Blackford 40. And to Ryan for the commercial.
This timeout is brought to you by Hometown Animal Hospital. 94 Schaefer Drive in Gas City, 469-33-765-674 Pets. Well, welcome back to Friedenberg Court as we get the fourth quarter underway here in Gas City. Martin inbound the ball, and it looks like he's going to go to Skeens. Let's see if he does.
He will. Skeens has the ball. Swanner will go for three, and he misses air balls. And Tabit Galt will get the rebound and put it up for two. It's good. Dean will be guarding Brown. Good defense by Dean. Brown's going nowhere. Brown drives in. Brown drives in, kicks it to Beckley, but turns it over. Skeens will get it and run down the court. Skeens goes up and is fouled.
Foul on the floor.
Seems to be a body foul, but from up here in the booth, Ryan, I saw shooting foul. Skeens will be at the three-point line. Shoots his long two. He misses. But Martin will get the rebound and drive in. Go up for two, and he's fouled. He'll be at the line shooting two. My correction, that was a body foul. The Indians will inbound.
2-point ball game still. Swanner goes to Dean, goes to Martin. Martin goes to Swanner. Swanner goes to
Skeens for three.
Skeens for three.
He misses. Spoke too soon. Galt passes Swanner. Swanner to Skeens. Galt for three. It's good! The Indians are leading by one.
3-point basket. Tabit. Galt.
This is the Indians' first lead of the game. Hopefully they can go off some momentum right here. Larry Dean is playing good defense, but the ref seems to see a foul there. That'll be Larry Dean's third foul.
And Anthony Horton will check in for Mississinewa.
Horton will guard Brown. Brown just seems to be sitting in the corner, waiting for a play. Brown just about turns it over again. Brown goes up and misses. Blackford misses again. And it goes off a Blackford player. Don't know who, but it's Mississinewa ball. That was a crucial possession for Blackford.
If
they would have scored there, they would have had the momentum now. But now Mississinewa can capitalize on that mistake by Blackford. Horton will take the ball down the court.
Martin goes to Horton. Horton goes to Swanner. Swanner goes to Horton. Let's see what Horton will do here.
Looks like they're just waiting for a play.
Goes to
Skeens for two. He misses. Galt gets the rebound, puts it back up, and is fouled. Galt will go to the line for two.
That would have been an awesome play if he would have made it.
Looks like Skeens on those long twos. He's rushing them. He just needs to slow it down. I know he's been in football games where it's this close, where every shot and every point counted, but basketball is a lot different. He needs to slow it down.
Yep.
Galt misses his first. He sinks his second.
Now Mississinewa has to stop Luke Brown.
And Brown has to capitalize on here. He's been playing all game. He has to be tired. Has to be.
Is that on us or them?
Luke Brown loses control, and it's off of an Indian, and it's going to be Blackford ball.
Horton will be defense on Brown. And somehow Brown gets another foul, draws another foul. Brown will try to ISO Horton. He kicks it to Beckley. Beckley for three, and it goes out of bounds off the top of the backboard. Now again, that was a bad possession by Blackford.
Yep.
They made a huge mistake on taking that three.
Yep, Connor Wilson checks in for the lineup for the Indians. Martin goes to Horton.
The Indians definitely need to capitalize right here on this.
Yes.
To keep the momentum with them.
Extend their lead to at least 4.
Horton drives in, pulls up for 2. He misses. But Galt gets the rebound.
Galt
goes up. Is fouled. Galt is fouled. He's on the ground.
That's the stuff that the Indians need. Someone down low finally getting a shot up.
A big man like Tabit Galt, definitely someone who went down low.
Galt will be at the line shooting 2. See what he can do here.
He sinks his first.
Good.
That's a 3-point ball game in the favor of the Indians. And Galt sinks his second. Those were crucial free throws right there by Galt to make it a 4-point basketball game for the Indians.
Yeah, just what we talked about. A 4-point lead is good for Mississinewa. Well, we're going to take a 60-second timeout. This timeout is brought to you by Cunningham's Glass, serving Grant County since 1968, 765-674-5551, 218 South Grant Street in Gas City. We'll see you in 60 seconds.
Welcome back after that timeout. 4 minutes and 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Indians lead by 4. That's a good lead for the Indians.
Brown still seems to be limping from the third.
Yeah, let's see if they can get a stop to Brown. Hoover with the ball,
Hoover
trying to
drives
go
in, but Galt gets the rebound.
Wilson heading to their side slowly, which is smart, slowing down their play.
That was another bad possession by Blackford.
Wilson goes to Martin. Martin goes to Wilson. Wilson looks, goes to Horton. Horton thinks about a 3, no, goes to Wilson. Wilson goes inside.
2. He misses a little too much touch on that.
Little too strong.
This is going to be close.
Like our graphics guy over here, Robert Jones, says this game is going to be close down to the wire.
Horton is playing good defense on Brown.
Beckley for 3, and he misses right off the front iron, and Galt gets the rebound.
Anthony Horton slowing down their play and working through the little things, not rushing anything. Wilson with the ball, goes to Martin. Martin thinks about a 3, no, goes inside.
It's good for 2, good layup. Like we said last home game, Martin needs to be going inside and hitting those layups.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember. I think you're the one that says he went baseline and turned around and got that easy shot. Well, Mississinewa
Hoover drives in and is fouled.
Mississinewa extends their lead to 6, which is an even better lead for them. And there will be a foul on Connor Wilson, and J.D. Hoover will be at the line shooting 2. His first one goes up, no good.
Jake Ross checks in for Blackford. He sinks his second.
One of TribeTV athletic announcers, Mr. Josh Dakin, is down on the bench getting excited for the Indians.
Wilson gives it.
Wilson
tried to give it to Galt. And Galt got fouled. He'll be at the line shooting 2. Let's see if Galt can hit these 2 crucial free throws again.
Freebie? Heck yeah. I'll take a freebie.
Tabit Galt will be at the line shooting 1 bonus. He sinks his first.
Another good lead for the Indians, and let's see if they can keep it with 2 minutes and 54 seconds left to play here at Mississinewa High School.
He sinks his second. He's one good free-throw shooter. You thought Landon Swanner was good? Have you seen Tabit Galt?
Just now. Make both of them, so.
Horton playing good defense on Brown. Brown kicks to Hoover for the 3, and Hoover airballs it.
Horton goes to Wilson. Wilson saying to his teammates, hey guys, slow it down, let's get a good play. Horton holds it for a second, goes to Wilson. Wilson thinks about a 3 going inside, up, down, and good. Anthony Horton is playing good D on Brown again.
And Brown draw the foul on Anthony Horton. Body foul.
Oh my God, this is close.
Fouls on Anthony Horton.
Brown will shoot 2. Sinks his first. Sinks his second. Makes it a 7-point game.
Swanner goes to Wilson. Wilson heading to their side slowly, which is a smart idea, with 1:52 left to play. Horton is fouled by number 20, J.D. Hoover. Horton will be at the line.
That is J.D. Hoover's 4th foul.
Horton will be at the line shooting a two-shot bonus.
J.D. Hoover needs 1 more foul, and he's fouled out of the game. Horton hits his 3 throws.
Horton needs to play good D on Brown again. Swings over to Martin, and Horton fouled. Let's see, he fouled number 22, Jake Ross. Ross will be at the line.
Anthony Horton seems to be talking to the ref, asking what's going on.
Heisman Skeens checks in for the lineup. for the Indians, replacing Anthony Horton.
That was Horton's fourth foul. Just like J.D. Hoover, he needs one more and he's out. Ross hits his first.
Ross's second goes up and good. Martin goes to Wilson. Wilson.
Blackford's playing the press defense.
Wilson passes it off to Skeens, and it's up and good. 2-point basket, Heisman Skeens.
It's a 9-point game.
Indians are up on their feet.
Luke Brown hits a three.
That kid can do some threes.
It's kind of looking like Tim Level back from the Marion game last year.
Yes, it does.
Timmy was hitting them from everywhere last year.
Wilson will be at the line shooting a 2-shot bonus.
Wilson sinks his first.
Good. That's a good idea, expanding their lead to even more. His second one.
He sinks his second.
Wilson guarding Brown. Brown tries to go for a weird
And
three.
Brown turns it over, almost turns it over. There seems to be a foul on the floor on the Indian. Number 30, Connor Wilson, body foul. Brown will be at the line shooting one bonus. He sinks his first. With a minute and 3 seconds left in the game, the score is 56-49. Make that 56-50. Mississinewa will take a timeout.
30-second timeout, Mississinewa. This timeout is brought to you by Screen Rescue, quality smartphone and tablet repair, 765-573-6661, 1024 Fairview Drive in Gas City. We'll be back in 30.
Ross will inbound for Blackford.
1:01 left to play. 60 seconds.
Ross turns it over. Heisman Skeens gets the ball. And Tabit Galt turns it over.
Timeout. 30-second timeout, Blackford. We'll be back in 30. This timeout was brought to you by IMG, 765-664-2333.
Welcome back. Brown will inbound the ball for Blackford. Hoover for 3, and he airballs it. I think Hoover shot 3 threes and all of them were air balls. I think he needs to go inside a little bit and score the basketball. Swanner hits Galt. And Galt is fouled.
Tabitha Galt will be at the line, shooting 2. 47 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And his first one goes in and out. Galt gets ready for a second to go up. It goes up and rims in and out again. Anthony Horton going against Brown, playing really good defense, goes to Hoover. Hoover tries to go
goes up. It's good.
Martin to inbound, goes to Skeens. 20 seconds to play. Goes to Swanner. Swanner goes to Galt.
Off of Bruin. It's Mississinewa ball. 22.8 seconds left in the game. This crowd's going crazy. Blackford's on their feet, Mississinewa's on their feet, everybody's going crazy.
Swanner goes to Skeens. Skeens
is fouled.
Skeens will be at the line. Skeens first, goes up. And he makes a second. Brown out and running, kicks it off to J.D. Hoover.
Goes for 2, and he misses an easy 2-point basket.
And he gets up and he gets a second. Martin goes to Skeens with 7 seconds left to play.
Skeens will shoot double bonus. 7.0 seconds left to play in the game. The Bruins are down 4. Down 5 now. Skeens hits his second, make it a 6-point game. Brown for a deep 3, and he airballs it. He airballs it.
With 1.1 seconds left to play, and I think we have determined who are the winners.
And right now I can see Dalton Bishop all
He's
the way
making
down
his
here.
way.
He looks so happy.
At the end of the game, Indians win 60-54. Again, this game is brought to you by Gorman and Bunch Orthopedics. And this post-game show is brought to you by Raymond James, 1800 North Wabash Road, Suite 103 in Marion, 765-662-2114. That is the post-game show, and Dalton Bishop is making his way up. Final score 60-54. Stay tuned for the post-game interview with the third of us. While Dalton is making his way down to the Mississinewa locker room, to get interviews. Then after the interviews, he will be back up with the post-game show.
One, two. Check, check.
Unofficial scoring for the Varsity Blackford. Brandon Strobel, 7. Dalton Williams, 1.
Check.
Andrew Beckman, 7. T.D. Hoover, 5.
We will grab a few words with Coach Everett after he talks with the radio, and then we'll get a hold of Luke Brown and get his thoughts from the Blackford sideline.
13. Elijah Downs, 2. Adam Wilson, 4. Isaac Steves, 8. Matt Gold, 21. James Warner, 2. And Dave Plum, 2. I'd like to thank everyone for coming to tonight's game. Have a blessed evening. Stay home.
Check. We're going to have Luke Brown here in just a minute. That is a confirmation. So we'll interview him here at center court, and then we will talk to Coach Everett, whichever one gets to us first. We will also have words with Tabit Gall after he finishes with 21 points, and I would believe at least 14 or 15 rebounds. Check. So we are unable to talk with Blackford's Luke Brown. He's battling some leg injuries. So unfortunately not able to talk to Luke Brown, but he is our Blackford star of the game. He ends tonight with 29 points as the Indians win 60-54. We await Anthony Horton, Tabit Galt, Coach Everts, and Heisman Skeens. Check. Standing by with Heisman Skeens. Heisman, you guys got down early in the game. You just kept your composure, kept fighting. You had you had to guard Luke Brown. Talk about what it was like to guard him. Man, he's unbelievable when he gets to shoot the basketball.
Yeah, we went into it, trying not to give him any room, but he's just so shifty. So, you can't play off of him or he'll just run around you, and you honestly can't really play off of him or he'll just step back and hit a three. I mean, he really didn't miss.
Talk about what it was like to play down the stretch. You guys are in a close basketball game. You hit a couple of big free throws down the stretch.
Yeah, it was a close game the whole way through. I'm sure it was a fun game to watch for the fans, but I'm glad when it came down the wire, we were able to pull it out.
Heisman, congratulations on the win, and we'll see you at Alexandria on Friday.
Yep, thank you.
Now we will get Coach Everts, and then we will grab a hold of Anthony Horton and Tabit Galt. Now Coach Everts is joining us. Coach, got off to a slow start. Blackford jumps out. I think they was up 8-1 early in that game. Talk about what it was like and what was the conversation in the huddle after that quick timeout. Was it just we need to settle down and play our basketball?
Yeah, it really was. Settle down was the key word. We just took quick shots, and when we stopped taking quick shots, we got really good looks. All we had to do was attack their zone. It took us a half to figure that out. But you'll have that. It was a tough atmosphere. Our guys looked a little bit shocked. But I didn't think they panicked, and I thought we did a good job of not panicking. I mean, we knew if we played our game, we could stay with them. So we withstood their runs, and we did a good job in the second half of executing.
Man, talk about Luke Brown. That kid can shoot it.
Yeah, he did a good job. I thought we gave him a couple shots that we shouldn't have, and that's the last thing you want to do against a kid as good as he is. He can obviously hit from three. When we made him drive, when we made him put the ball on the ground, I thought better things happened for us defensively. But, man, if he has any space at all, he's going to hit. And so he's a good player, and he's going to be a good player for the next 3 years.
How proud of you of Anthony Horton coming off the bench and handling that tough assignment?
He did a phenomenal job, and Anthony's such a good kid. He came off the ankle sprain, but he's never pouted. He didn't care when he was coming off the bench. He just did what we asked, and tonight he had a huge game, made a good case for himself to get back in the starting rotation. But, yeah, I thought – and he was good offensively, too. I think he had 10 points in the second quarter, but his defense was phenomenal all night long. He worked really hard.
How about Tabit Galt down the stretch?
That was great. I think part of the reason we struggled so much in the first half is he was in foul trouble. And so we got him back in. It just changes everything we do offensively. All we had to do was drive at him, and if they helped, we gave it to him. If they didn't help, we got an easy layup. We have to have him on the court, though. He's such a good basketball player.
Coach, thanks for your time. Good job tonight, and we'll see you at Alexandria on Friday.
Thank you very much.
Coach Everts with us, and we will try to grab Anthony Horton. So Anthony Horton is working his way over to us, and then we'll grab Tabit Galt. So grab a few quick words here with Anthony Horton. Anthony, coming off the bench, you had the assignment to guard Luke Brown. Talk about really how good of a shooter is that kid?
Yeah, he's lights out if he gets an open shot. I was just doing my best to contest him every shot, but he's a good shooter.
You come in second quarter, you score 10 points. I think you ended with 10, or I think maybe you ended with 14. But talk about what it was like. Was it just something you felt like you just needed to take over at that point in the game?
It really wasn't me taking over. I just wanted to get the open shots, the best shots, whatever it took to get my team to win the game.
Anthony, good job tonight, and thanks for your time. And now we will chat with Tabit Galt. And now Tabit Galt joins us. Tabit, you guys get down early in the game. You get into early foul trouble. Is that just something that you felt like when you get those 2 fouls, is that something you're just playing hard and then it just so happened to be called fouls?
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's going to happen with refs. It's a toss-up. Some will let you play more than others. Some is going to call it ticky-tack, so you just really depends on the officials you get.
Second half, you come out. Talk about what it was like playing down the stretch. I mean, obviously, if you look over at Blackford's side, Luke Brown's hitting it from just about anywhere he shoots it. I mean, the kid's unbelievable. But down the stretch, I really thought you took over and controlled the game.
Yeah, I just felt like I owed it to my team for sitting out, watching them play for the first 14 minutes in that first half, and so I just felt like I owed it to my teammates and the home crowd to do what I can do.
Talked to you before the game. You said he was going for 30. You ended with 21, just a little bit short, but I think you had a double-double with like 21 and 15. Talk about what it's like when you just get in that mode. Is that just something you're just like, you kind of like beast mode?
Yeah, it's I don't know what it is. It's like once I see the ball go in at like 2 consecutive times, I feel like that's when I'm ready to go. Blood's flowing, real loose, and just feel like I don't miss.
Get Alexandria Friday. Talk about what you know about them.
I know they beat Blackford, and they're pretty good. So CIC, those are always fun. It'll be hopefully pretty competitive, pretty deep, and hopefully we can walk out there with the win.
Tabit, thanks for your time and good job tonight.
Yep, thank you, Dawn. Appreciate it.
We will wrap up our postgame show here in just a few minutes as I head back up to the booth. Welcome back to Mississinewa High School for one final time as we give you our final thoughts on tonight's game between Blackford and Mississinewa. Well, guys, for me, it was a slow start for the Indians. They're down 6-0. Luke Brown hits a huge 3 to put them up 6-0. A timeout by Coach Everts. He tells them, settle down, play our basketball. The Indians come out, play hard, draw within 4 to end the first quarter. Anthony Horton comes out, leads that team in the second quarter with 10 points. Second half, and we saw Luke Brown warming up in the second half. The poor kid couldn't hardly move. I mean, he's got some physical conditions that cramp up his legs.
And he was
and
playing
lock him
the
up.
whole game. I didn't see him on the bench once, so it had to been bothering him the whole game.
32 minutes. Luke Brown does a fantastic job, and I'm just telling you, from a Mississinewa standpoint, congratulations to Luke Brown. You are one heck of a basketball player. So the Indians win tonight 60-54, and you guys can discuss what your thoughts are.
Right. Yeah. For me, it's just Mississinewa got in, I would say, trouble, foul trouble, turnover trouble, and that's not what you want for a Mississinewa standpoint. For Mississinewa, you still have to try to get to the line more, limit the turnovers, limit the fouls. And I mean, you don't like we said earlier, Seth. You don't have to have 3-point shots. Just get inside.
Yeah, that's it right there.
All righty. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Again, good. One more word from Dalton Bishop.
And as I was saying, I had to go talk to Andy McCord from 99.3 WCJC. He told me before the game Blackford would be within 6 or Mississinewa would be within 6 at the end of the game. So the guy's a genius. He said that the Indians.
He was right on point during boys varsity or boys Grant 4, wasn't he?
Yep, absolutely. So just want to go through some of the scoring for Blackford. Well, I only kept one person scoring stats just because, I mean, Luke Brown is unbelievable. I mean, I just can't say it enough. Beforehand, I was just kind of thinking, this kid's going to be like any other normal basketball kid. This kid is battling through a leg injury, and he is an unbelievable shooter. So hats off to Luke Brown and that basketball team. They did a phenomenal job against Mississinewa here tonight. And Tabit Galt ends with 21 and 15. So our star of the game for Blackford, no question about it, Luke Brown with 29. Start of the game for Mississinewa, Tabit Galt, 21 points, and I'm going to go off and unofficially say 15 rebounds and clutch free throws down the stretch. So that wraps it up for us here tonight. So on behalf of the Tribe TV crew and Ryan, if you have any more comments.
No, I'm good, Dalton.
Again, the final score tonight, Mississinewa wins 60-54. And we will be here on Thursday for the girls' edition of Mississinewa and Blackford girls basketball. So remember, as Andy McCord says, if you can dream big, because you never know, those dreams just may come true. Good night from Gas City. Indians win 60-54.